Listen to Warren Buffett's priceless advice. If investors were polled today and asked the one question they wish they had the answer to, what would it be? I suspect a great deal of those questions would relate to the timing of Federal Reserve's interest rate increase, how long the stock market will continue to go up, or more directly, the future price movement of a stock. Unfortunately, you will be disappointed here. I don't have those answers. But perhaps I have something just as good: the viewpoint of Warren Buffett. Throughout his entire 50-year-plus career, Buffett has been a master at spotting opportunities. He penned an op-ed for the New York Times in October 2008, that the Times titled "By Americans, I Am." For several months after that article, stocks continued to go down. Fast forward 6 years and I suspect everyone and their gardener would love to go back and buy equities in the fall of 2008, knowing full well stocks wouldn't start to climb until nearly 6 months later. Buffett never said he was a market timer, but he did say be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. CNBC interviewed Buffett this past May, as they typically do in Omaha during the Berkshire Hathaway BRK.AB annual meeting. The topic shifted to stocks and interest rates. Buffett said, "What you can say now, it's not very helpful, but the market against normal interest rates is on the high side of valuation. Not dangerously high, but on the high side of valuation. On the other hand, if these interest rates were to continue for 10 years, stocks would be extremely cheap now. The one thing you can say is that stocks are cheaper than bonds. Very definitely. We've seen low interest rates now for 6 years or so. Rates that we really wouldn't have thought possible, particularly in Europe where they've gone negative. And that's continued a long time. And of course we saw them continue for decades in Japan." Buffett continues, "Interest rates have fooled me so far. So I've been wrong. I would have thought by now that you'd have seen much higher rates than we have now. They're certainly going to stay low so long as Europe keeps following the present policies. And Europe will probably keep following those policies until they see the European economy come back fairly strong. If I had an easy way and a non-risk way of shorting the whole lot of 20 and 30-year bonds, I would do it. It gets better." As Buffett offers his take on the future of interest rates. The expectation is that rates will start to go up this year or next, but I think it's difficult, not impossible. The Federal can do what the Federal wants to do. But if you have negative rates in Europe, I think there are a lot of consequences to raising rates significantly here. What Buffett is basically opining is that until Europe is fixed, interest rates will stay low. Assuming Europe needs several years as the U.S. did, if not longer, low interest rates could be new normal for a while. Low interest rates are good for stocks. But before rushing to double down, don't forget that the bigger the binge, the worse the hangover. Tread carefully, but most of all, Pay close attention to the thoughts of folks like Buffett and others who truly grasp the big picture view, what psychologists like to refer to as second or third order thinking.